Hey guys, so today, as I promised in one of my last shorts, since over the weekend was National Lipstick Day, I thought I would show you guys a couple of the lipsticks that I got to try out, a new lip balm that I got to try, and I know this doesn't have anything to do with lips, but I did get a couple of other products. I got this and this. This is one of my favorite formulas of blush, actually. It's from NYX Professionals. It's the Sweet Cheeks, and it's a tinted mousse. I love it. It goes on and it stays on once it's set. It's beautiful. This is a Real Techniques 2-in-1, basically. It is, I've been looking for a powder puff, but I've also been wanting one that was really good quality. This side is the powder puff side. It feels really nice. And this is more like a beauty blender or a beauty sponge side. And we all know that I have used this guy every time. I love the Real Techniques sponges just because the shape of them and everything, and they're not as expensive as like a beauty blender. But I found this from Real Techniques. I thought I would try this out today too instead of my beauty sponge by them as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my rings off, and to get this started, I thought I would use the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Lotion. This is beautiful. I have the shade 902 Light Glow. And I have the light glow because I don't want to add any bronzing effect to my skin. And I felt that the medium was just too dark when compared with my chest and everything once I had makeup on. So that's why I went with the light glow. But this, I've tried it out a few different times. It takes a decent amount of this though to see any sort of that glowy effect. And I will get into that in just a minute as I blend this in. A lot of people I have seen have said that it is very similar to like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter and then the e.l.f. Halo Glow Flawless filter. Now, this came out before the e.l.f. Halo Glow. So, technically, this was the original quote-unquote dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury filter. And a lot of people feel like that, and I think I like it more than the e.l.f. Halo Glow. Now, this price-wise, I believe is very similar to the e.l.f. Halo Glow as well. This doesn't add as nearly as much coverage as the e.l.f. product. I do not know about the Charlotte Tilbury one. I do not own that one. Okay, and now in person, it looks very like highlighting texture and everything. I don't know if you can see, but I've got like acne spots, scarring. It did not really necessarily cover, it kind of highlighted the texture, but I'm okay with that because I want this product for the glow, not so much the coverage. If I wanted more of that coveragey effect with the glow, I would go for the e.l.f. more so. But the majority of the foundations that I have, that I love and use, already have a really good coverage to them. So I'm going to use one that I haven't used here in a little while, actually. Okay, and now for foundation, I actually have the CoverGirl TrueBlend. This is the hydrating formula, so it says to leave a natural finish. I do believe it's a more so natural finish. I've never had issues with this foundation before. Only issue is it can oxidize a little bit, so that is something you're wary of. I would say maybe try it in person and then go off of a shade to find. I am M6, by the way, so that is more of a neutral or cool tone, I believe, for this brand. But yes, I do love that this line has warm, neutral, and cool tone options available in store. I think that a lot of people are moving to that, so that was really wonderful to see as well. Okay, this is about one pump on my that I'm going to be putting onto my skin, and I am using the e.l.f. Buffing Foundation Brush. I love this brush. I think it's my favorite foundation brush. This has been my favorite foundation for a little while, up until I found the True Match line, and I will show you. exactly what it is. The L'Oreal True Match, the super blendable foundation. This has become my new favorite, I think. I love the way it wears on my skin. And as it wears and goes on, it will break down a little less noticeably, my opinion, on me and my skin type, that is. I thought today we could do a little get ready with me because I just wanted to get ready, feel nice and pretty, all that kind of fun stuff. Now it is time for concealer, and this is of course my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this shade is actually medium neutral. I had the warm tone one, and I thought it did good on me, but I have recently moved up to Alaska, as I've said, and I did not like how it was way too warm tone for my skin at that point. After moving up to Alaska, I just don't get as brown, as tan. I don't stay as tan as I used to. That's just because the sun does go away for quite a while. This concealer blends in so quickly with this foundation, and it is absolutely beautiful. Just enough coverage, I think, for me and my coverage likes, that I'm reminded why I love this concealer when I use it with this foundation in particular. Okay, I do use a brush to put my concealer on, especially under my eyes. I like to stipple, tap, buff it on and into the skin, mainly because I use this concealer also, mainly because I also use this concealer as a eye primer. So I will kind of circle it around the eye, stipple it onto the eyelid, get everything going. It helps neutralize out my veins. I have very veiny eyelids, so they are very easily noticed, and I would like to hide that as much as possible, as you can imagine, I'm sure. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm in Vanilla. This is the very last one that they had in store, which I think is hilarious. I told my husband to grab it right away, so he did. Gotta love him. I want to smell it first. Oh, it says the scent is vanilla frosting. I definitely agree it's vanilla frosting. I think it's a little bit strong, so if you don't like super sweet things, it might throw you off a little bit scent-wise, but let's try it out on the lips first. Now, my usual go-to for prepping my lips while doing makeup and everything is this LYS, the Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. It's just slightly tacky enough to stay on my lips, even while drinking, while getting ready, all of that. But we will try this one out. This one's a little thick coming out of this tube here. All right, so going on very smooth. That scent, that taste is not bad. It's not as strong as I was thinking, so that is great. I really like this product. It will be in my routine as soon as I finish up other things, maybe even before then if I like it enough. But so far, I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like it's gonna be hydrating. I think it has squalane in it. If you know anything about squalane, it is a really, really, really good hydrator for dry skin, dry lips, everything like that. So if this does have squalane in it, and it does, it has a percentage of squalane in it, so that's awesome. For the lips, that would be amazing. So yeah, go try it out. I really wanted the green one, I think cantaloupe one, but like I said, this was the last one they had, and I knew I just had to get my hands on it. So really nice color, very, very clear. Again, it is vanilla. That's what they had. Okay, now on to blush. The NYX Professional. This is the Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint, and it's blush mousse. So it's a moussey blush. And this one is in the color Bombshell. I love this one. I have been very influenced by like the viral latte makeup and whatever else. So I really wanted to find a blush that was more of a brown tone, but I didn't want just brown on me where I am already brown. I still like to have a little bit of a pinkish hue to it. This is that. This is that product. This looks gorgeous. I cannot wait to put this on my face. I do swipe it on my face and then blend it out, but I'm thinking with this powder puff, where I'm not using a brush for the first time ever with this, I might want to put it on my hand first. Let's put it on the hand. But yeah, it just looks so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. Okay, I like it on the back of the hand with the sponge application. I like that. It's picking up the blush though in new spots. So I might have to switch over to a brush with this application, or I might do a brush on one side and then this on the other so you guys can also see for yourselves. Emphasize the little places it seemed to picking up on itself. That might have been too much. We will see, won't we? I think it's going to be just enough. I'm having an issue right here. I might have to cave in and get a brush. This is the e.l.f. putty brush. I think it works wonders on a lot of different types of brushes because the bristles, they are more of a stippled kind. They're beautiful. This way I can swirl the blush into the spots where it's missing, doing something funky. All right. I do a little smile, get the apples in my cheeks. Okay, I think that's good because I know it looks strong. It's a very strong blush. It looks very strong in person as well. But it will look better with bronzer and then powder over top of it as well because I do use my normal e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder with this blush. I'm going to smile from the get-go because of the brush, it spreads quite a bit. Okay, that went on so much smoother, so much faster with the brush. I think I'm going to have to keep my normal brush application, at least for this blush in particular, where it is a tinted mousse. It is a little bit thicker, not as liquidy. So, but yeah, that might make a difference. This e.l.f. Putty Blush brush, I would use this for, dare I say, all of my blushes. Just, it's now with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder is next. You just tap some into the lid. And there you go. I'm in shade medium of this as well, if you were wondering. Kind of hold it like this, taco style. Pick up some powder, shake a little bit off in the lid here, work it into that puff, and I'm going to go under my eye and set my under eye. I'm going to go on top of my eye and set the top of my eye. I'm going to use this powder puff to also set my chin, I think. I'm going to try it out, see how it works, if I like it more than the sponge or not. On the instructions, it does say this is best used dry as well, so I'm not wondering if some of that product was soaking into the sponge where it is dry, and that's why I may have had issues applying blush with it. This may just not be a good blush applicator if it has so much of that color and that tint, and you can see the patchiness coming off. But so far, the powder puff side, I really like it. For under the eyes, the eyelids, I'm going to do this right up in here. And now, so this is all I'm going to use the powder puff for today. I'm going to keep experimenting with it in different ways. I'm going to grab more powder in my cap here, and I'm going to use a fluffy powder brush from e.l.f. I'm going to use the powder brush from e.l.f. Very fluffy, beautiful, beautiful pointed little brush here. Work some of the powder into the cap, dust the excess off, and I'm going to just set the remainder of my face with this brush. And I'm going to even set over top of the blush with this powder as well, even though it does have a tint to it. That powder puff worked really well underneath the eyes, so I have no issues, no qualms with that whatsoever. It was great. So I will probably keep using that, and yeah. You guys are going to be so proud of me for this next step, because every time I've shown it, I have said multiple times, I have not yet cleaned off the hard pan, the Physicians Formula Matte Monoi Butter Bronzer. I finally cleaned off the hard pan. It makes it much more pigmented when I use it. Much more pigmented, which is good. I do a little bit up here in the forehead. I feel like I have a larger forehead. I know it's not the largest in the world, but I do feel like I have a larger one. So I do like to set this down. There's a hair stuck. There we go. There was a hair stuck in the way. Okay. Put that down there. I think it just kind of helps just a little bit. It's just enough. It's just enough. I don't do a lot of sculpting to my face. I just don't like it on me. I've had people do it on me before that know what they're doing more so than I do. And I just don't think it's for me. But for the people who it is for, you have fun with that. I do like to do this a little bit because being pregnant, my chin, you know, I'm gaining a little bit of weight. My face has gained a little bit of weight, not much, but enough for me to be like, I think I'm a little insecure of the chin area. Okay, that is bronzer all done, looking fabulous if I do say so myself, and I do. So next I'm going to actually use highlighter, and what I'm going to use is what I'm using for a mirror right now. Makeup Revolution, the Roxi. It's the contour and highlight palette. I think I'm going to dip into this little corner shade right here. I actually don't know the name of it. I don't have names of it, but this little brown, more so brown highlight, it's a lot more subtle when used with a brush. If you wanted something more aggressive, use your finger, definitely. But I think it's just perfect with a brush, just enough. I like to do down the nose, a little bit right here, and a little bit right here. Not too much. I don't like to go out looking like, oh, she's wearing a lot of stuff on her face. But I do like to have a little bit of the look. So it's not gonna hurt anybody. And it's a great one. I stopped using, when I'm filming, I stopped using my Lottie London, the cinnamon swirl, solely because I was looking on their website the other day and I realized that was a limited edition holiday one. Didn't know if you guys could still buy it whenever you're watching this, so I did stop using that one. I will have to find something that you guys can use or whatever and maybe make that be my special holiday one, because it looks like they may be bringing it back during holiday times. So that's why I stopped using that one for right now anyways. I'm going to go ahead and set my face before I do my eyebrows and my mascara and lips. I am going to set the face. So my e.l.f. setting powder or setting spray, the Microfine Mist. It's the Stay All Night setting spray by e.l.f. Love this stuff. It's great. It's got a really fine mister, and it feels really good and cooling on the skin. Not cooling as in you're gonna have like that menthol feel, but where it is a liquid just being sprayed onto the skin, it feels really nice. So next is eyebrows, using two e.l.f. products, the same ones I've used all of my videos. This is the Wow Brow and then the Lift Brow pencil. So Wow Brow and Lift Brow. This one is more so for me. It helps me shape my eyebrows first. And I know I need to fix my eyebrows. I was just talking to my husband about it last night. I'm looking down this mirror right here. And I've got a little bit of the pencil. Now this color for me, this one is in deep brown. So yeah, the eyebrow pencil is in deep brown, and so is the Wow Brow. And I'm only doing this to fill in places I feel are a little more sparse that I want filled in once I put the Wow Brow on. That looks great. All right, e.l.f. Wow Brow, deep brown. Just gonna brush it through, a little bit of extra pigment. But this one I just find has a great hold on my brows. Not something super strong. If you're looking for something super strong, this is not it. But if you want something that's just a little bit of hold, easy to put in, maybe on a no makeup day, something like that, super easy, looks super good. I dip back in. Again, I don't need a ton of this because the color benefit, I've already put a pencil in my eyebrows. And this is more so now of just, I want my shape held down. I like a little bit fluffier in the front, a little bit more tame in the back. And as we all know, the hard part of eyebrows is making them look the same. Okay, I think that looks good. I think they look even. I think they look the same. If they don't, be nice to me. That's all I gotta say. I'm going to pull out my Essence Lash Princess. Ooh, speaking of water, I'm thirsty. This is the bubbly, by the way. And it's raspberry. Yes, it's raspberry. I like that one, I think, the most of the bubbly brand. I think my go-to would be more of the LaCroix. I love the LaCroix, and the cranberry one. I don't think it's just cranberry, but I think it's cranberry, maybe raspberry as well. It's really good. Okay, so Essence Lash Princess, the Curl and Volume Mascara, we all know is a favorite of mine. So I am going to put that on and I will be right back, okay? Okay, that has got me 2 coats of mascara on. It is a little bit messy, so I'm going here to, in a little bit on this eye, take a cotton swab and clean it up once it has dried. But that is 2 coats, and I think it's beautiful, at least on the top lashes. The bottom lashes, just 1. But yeah, the top lashes need 2, in my opinion. Also, I have stubborn eyebrows. Not eyebrows. I do have stubborn eyebrows, but I meant eyelashes. I have stubborn eyelashes. So yeah. I'm going to take a makeup wipe now, and because we're going to do our lipstick. And this is what I have been trying to find dupe for so long for myself, and I have yet to been able to, and I don't think I still have as of right now, but yeah. So I'm gonna wipe off. So I have wiped off the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm because I'm going to take in this NYX pencil in Hot Red. This is not the creamiest lip pencil. It's quite dry, and so because of that, I am going to line my full lips. There's not a lot of color payoff with that, which can be fine if that's something you're okay with. I am more okay with it because this lip pencil does not budge on me, and it really helps the lipstick kind of stay where it needs to. So like I said, I'm gonna color in my whole lip because I have very two-toned lips, and I'm coloring the whole thing in. But with a lot of the products that I use, especially red-wise, intense color-wise, some things that are long wearing but can wear off right in the middle, I like to go ahead and color in my lips all the way, just in case they do tend to wear off in the middle and I'm not paying attention. So I want to tell you about another NYX product, the NYX Laundry XXL, and it is a liquid lipstick that dries down. It's long wear, and this is very long wear. It's beautiful. It is a more, to me, more of a blue toned kind of red, and this stains so easily, but it is beautiful. Now, my personal favorite blue toned red that I've ever had, I am not able to use as of right now because it's very broken. If you saw the declutter, the lip declutter, it's very broken. Falls right out of the package, but I'm going to swipe it for you anyway. Blue Tone Red Bullet Lipstick. This one is the NYX. It's still drying down. This is the Clinique in Peppermint Pop Lipstick. It's my favorite. It's just my favorite. I've had this Milani red lipstick for a little while. I feel like it is very lustrous. It's beautiful. I love the formula on it. Does have that watermelon smell. If you can't handle that or the taste, don't get it, but it's gorgeous. And this one's Red Carpet Milani. It's not as blue toned, and you'll see what I mean with them side by side. This one's a little more vibrant, little more Milani, Clinique, Peppermint Pop, and oops, got red on my fingernail. But you see what I mean by this one stands out a little bit more. And I know it looks odd in this lighting. We are in natural lighting, but this one is a tad more warm tone on me once it goes on the lips, lip liner or no lip liner. So yeah. But my goal when I was out shopping for lipsticks on National Lipstick Day was actually to find a red that was a similar tone to the Clinique Peppermint Pop bullet form. I like how that one's a little bit more of a matte. I feel like this one's a little more of a lustrous, so it's not a complete copycat version, dupe version if you would. I'm going to put it right underneath. I feel as if it is quite blue toned, and I know that these look very similar. They're reflecting light off of this window right here, but if I wasn't in natural lighting, it is a tad more blue toned than the Milani. So I think this L'Oreal, it's in the red. If you're looking in your store is set up similar to mine, it's in the L'Oreal Paris, the reds section. It's 188, respectful or respected red, not respectful, respected red. Really pretty, has a bit of a perfumey smell. If you don't like it, if you can't handle fragrances, this is not for you. I know that there are some people who do not like L'Oreal Paris lipsticks because of the fragrance that they have. I do not blame you, but I'm so desperate to find a red. And I know that I need to try the NARS Dragon Girl. I know. But I just can't right now. All right, this is another L'Oreal Paris red from the reds section also. But this one is 189, so one higher than the last one. This is Ambitious Red. It's a little bit deeper, darker. I've not gotten to wear this one yet. Oh, that one's really pretty. That would be really pretty for fall and winter months, not around the holiday times. I love a good bright red around the holiday times, but that would be really pretty for those months. And I wonder what it would look like over this, because this red is not super pigmented that's on my lips right now as a lip liner. I wonder if I can get away with putting this one on. I think I can. I'm going to put this one on today instead of the bright red one. I just really want to see what it looks like. Oh, that's so pretty. That is a deeper, beautiful for fall red color. That's gorgeous. I think this is maybe going to be one of my new favorite reds. Not for holidays, but it is bright enough. It's so pretty. That is everything on my face. I did not want to do eyeshadow today. I wanted the lips to kind of have their moment, especially because they are not a neutral color. Okay, they are not neutral color at all, the slightest. Now, let me give you a couple of things that I have noted on these new products I tried out. This, I like the powder puff side. I don't know about the sponge side. I'm going to have to play around with it a lot more to figure out if I like it or not. But so far, this Real Techniques double-sided, the 2-in-1 powder puff and blender sponge, so far, it's just okay. Good thing it was not a lot of money. These makeup, the lipsticks that I found, I do know that the Respected Red shade does not last all day. If you're drinking something, it's going to come off on the cup, on the straw, whatever. So if that is something you worry about, that you want something to last all day, this formula is not going to be it. If you're going to carry it around with you and you don't mind to reapply, then yes, this formula is great. It's good. The color's wonderful. That smell, that scent, if you don't like it, then you just don't like it. That's just that. What else did I try? The blush. The new blush. That's right. The new blush Bombshell is okay. The color is wonderful in person, on camera. I love it. I love the texture of it. But if you're going to use it, I would say probably use it with a brush. Since it is a tinted mousse, it's got that thicker texture. It might pick itself up more if you're using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. Oh yes, the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Balm. I can't wait to use this more often. I think it's adorable. Sticky and thick. It has squalane in it. That's amazing. So I will be using that again very soon, probably tonight after I take all this off, all that harsh rubbing on the lips. Probably going to use that tonight. It's wonderful. But thank you all so much for joining me on this little try on and celebrating National Lipstick Day with me. And I hope you are having a great time with wherever you are. And leave a like, a comment, and even subscribe. Okay, bye guys.